Today I'm making a very delicious recipe, some ricotta and chocolate truffles. This is very simple, very Sicilian, and takes no time at all. I've just chopped some dark chocolate in little pieces. The smaller you chop it, the easier the quicker it will melt. You can put it on the hob, but for speediness, and it doesn't make any difference, I'll be using the microwave. And I'll put it in on bursts of approximately 20 to 30 seconds until it's totally melted. Ensure that you do not overcook it, as chocolate is not very nice when it's burnt. So I'll show you what it looks like once I've done it. And there it is, look, I've put mine for 2 lots of 30 seconds, and I have to be honest, it was a little bit too much. But there is still some which is solid, but do not worry, because the rest of the chocolate is very hot and it will continue melting. So I'll just mix it with one of Julie's Christmas spatulas. I'm not sure if you can see, there is a little
Mr.
Robin in there. Little Robin. And I'll make sure that all of the chocolate has melted fast, and then I'll place it in the freezer, or no, sorry, in the fridge. Or you can actually put it in the freezer if you want to accelerate it, in the freezer for maybe 10-15 minutes, or in the fridge for 40 minutes. Yeah, I cannot get to these things very easily. I always think, well, the thing is, if you are actually older, it's not going to be easy for people to open them. Okay, so this is 250 grams of ricotta. The first thing I'll do, if you buy ricotta, you will see that there is a little water or liquid always on the top. Just remove it first. Also, if you are making your own ricotta, you don't need to do this. But regardless, if you buy ricotta, like I have today, or if you make your own, I would strongly advise that you sieve it first. That will make it fluffier. And of course, being that this is supermarket's ricotta, it's considerably smoother. But you will find that if you make your own, it's a little bit tougher to do this job. But I will only do it the once, it is enough. If you were to make your own ricotta, I would advise that you sieve it through a sieve twice. And if you have never made ricotta and you want to make ricotta, I've got a video, and I'll put a link up here so you can have a look if you want. This is vanilla extract. I'm going to measure 1 teaspoon exactly, and I'll add it. I'll get my scales and I'll place my bowl on top of them, turn them on. And this is icing sugar. You can sieve it if you like, but I'm comfortable that in my case it's very fine, so I'm not going to bother. And I'm going to measure 60 grams or thereabout. See how good I am today. Oh, there you go, 60 grams, 61, that'll do nicely. And the combination of the icing sugar and the vanilla, of course, will offset the bitterness of the dark chocolate, and it will be delicious.
But lumpy.
It won't be lumpy for long. And if you see, after literally less than a minute, all of my little lumps have gone, and the icing sugar has been absorbed by the ricotta. So my chocolate has been in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and I will add it to my ricotta mix now. The reason why I put the chocolate in the freezer and first is to ensure that when I mix with the ricotta, it's not hot, otherwise it would potentially spoil the ricotta. Whereas like this, I will have the chocolate being a bit lukewarm at the moment, and it will not spoil my ricotta. And once again, I'll mix everything together. And I mixed it for a good couple of minutes until I've got this consistency, which is a little bit sloppy, but that's perfectly okay. It's what it's supposed to be. I'll just clean the spatula, and I'll place it in the fridge this time for about 30 to 40 minutes until it's tensed up, and then we can work and make some truffles. So I'll see you in about 30 to 40 minutes. My chocolate paste is nearly ready, so I'll prepare the rest of the ingredients. And this is the part I like most, when you can diversify. And I will be coating my truffles with some coconuts.
Chocolate sprinkles.
These are chocolate sprinkles, so I'll put some in here. Of course, I cannot ignore the traditional way of making them. This is bitter cocoa, and is perfect. And lastly, I will be mixing a few nuts. This is a combination of almonds. Also, there are some whole nuts in there,
hazelnuts,
and hazelnuts,
pecans,
pistachios, anything you like. Or you could just have one variety, entirely up to you. And I'll just give them a quick mix. That's perfect. Don't make them too fine, as they are quite nice to look at in their rustic shape, and I'll add them to my little bowl. And of course, if you make too much, you can always eat them. Yes, I've always maintained that the ethos of my channel is honesty, and it hasn't worked. What I mean by that is if you look at my paste, it's still pretty much a little bit denser than what it was when it went in. Now, I have realized that the ricotta I used, being a supermarket ricotta, was very liquidy. You must have seen when I was putting through the sieve. And generally when I make these in the past using my own ricotta is considerably denser, and it would have been okay. So, sorry guys, change of plan, but in true resilient style, I'm not giving up. So I'm transforming this recipe into something slightly different, and I'll share it with you. And actually, I was saying to Julie, should we publish this video? Should we not publish this video? And I say to her, I get more excited when things go wrong, because it's natural. That is what happens in the kitchen. And I want to be honest with you. Sometimes things go wrong, and this is exactly what's happened.
And may I point out, I said, oh dear God, it tastes delicious. Why don't we just put it in 2 bowls and eat it? So I'm not much help at all.
No, she's terrible. She's terrible. So what have I done? I have mixed in the nuts which I previously put through the food processor, and here I've actually whisked some more, and but I've done this a little bit finer so that they will absorb some of the moisture, and I'll put everything in, and I'll give you the dimensions and measurements in the description as always. I'll keep the coconut because I think we'll add a nice little kick. So I'm kind of now going off on a tangent and making my own thing. So, and I'll mix it together, and I'm hoping that just like when I make meatballs or polpette, this will be considerably denser now, and I should be able to make little round balls quite easily. Let's have a look. And look at this, I think we are onto something. We might have discovered a completely new recipe, and I'll tell you what it tastes like anyway, but let's see if I can make meatballs next. Oh no, not meatballs.
Not meatballs, no.
Chocolate balls. As we've got some coconut in the mixture now, Julie's had a great idea. She said, why don't we put some coconut on the outside? So I'll put a little on a little dish like this. Julie just remembered to turn my tortellino on. Thank you, Julie. So, teaspoon, and I'll make sure that I'll do them broadly the same size. Let's see how we get on without the other teaspoon first. See if they... Yeah, look, make sure that you got dry hands, and also ensure that your hands are nice and cold. And then make a little ball, and I'll place it in here, and I'll just gently roll it. Look, I think we have rescued the situation perfectly, and in it goes, ready to go in the fridge. So I'll carry on, I'll make the rest, and then I'll tell you what you can do if you're making this ahead of Christmas, assuming you want to adopt this renewed recipe from Tortellino. So remember, just ensure that you got dry hands, cold hands, then place it in your these are obviously, this is coconut. So Julie's going to put the camera down, and she's going to give you a hand.
Oh, definitely.
I said this in another video, non tutti i mali vengono per nuocere, which kind of translate into every cloud has got its silver lining. So ironically, I think this is going to be just as tasty, if not even tastier. I had to dismiss, by the way, Julie. She wasn't delivering to my standards. I was making them beautiful and round,
wonky ones are
making
mine.
sure that they're beautiful. And she was making just, I don't know, something which looked like more a Ferrero Rocher. And
Which I said wasn't a problem, bearing in mind how expensive they are these days.
So I sacked her. She's back behind the camera.
On washing up duty.
Indeed. So I think I'm done. I'll tell you what, Julian, you can have the rest
Oh,
here.
thank you. I look forward to that. I'll just put the camera down. You carry on without me.
This is what you end up with. But before I'm going to wash my hands, I'll finish the video. So next job is to place them in the fridge if you want to eat them straight away. But give them a good couple of hours so that they set, and then you can tuck in, of course. In our case, of course, I'll test one now. I'll test one of Julie's because they are embarrassing, not good looking, so that we can get rid of it. But in our case, what I'll do, I'll place them in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then I'll make sure that they're nice and perfect, which will be. Then I'll put them in a tray, in a normal, like an oven tray. Put some baking paper underneath, and I'll put them in a drawer in the freezer, and I will let them to go considerably hard, and then I'll put them in a plastic bag, and we will get them out for Christmas. So I'll just try this. My God, they are to die for. The coconut, because I've added more coconut, is giving a distinctive flavour. Do you want to try it?
Oh, it's the poke flake, yeah.
I'm going to choke.
Don't do that, dear.
They're lovely. And once they go in the fridge, they will be even denser and they will be lovely. As I said, every cloud has got a silver lining. So if you make them...
Oh, no, they're yummy.
Make them instead and let me know what you think. This is an original tortellinotime recipe on the channel, ready for Christmas. Arrivederci, thank you for watching and thank you for bearing with us. See you later, I'm going to wash my hands next. Ciao, ciao.